What is Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin just a bubble? Why are people buying Bitcoins? Who controls the price of the Bitcoin? What is the value of Bitcoin and what is the future of Bitcoin? Let's find out.
What is a Bitcoin?
What is Bitcoin? What backs a Bitcoin?
You put some of your money, real money, online and it turns into Bitcoin.
I don't even know why we call them coins, except that they call it coins in the name.
I think Bitcoin has turned into a massive multiplayer online game where speculators are trying to out-speculate each other.
Is it a means of exchange or an asset class?
I see you taking my real dollars and then you give me virtual money in return.
Bitcoin is a new currency that was created in 2009 by an unknown person alias Satoshi Nakamoto. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, a virtual currency, a digital currency, a type of money that is virtual. Bitcoin is nothing that you can print, touch, feel or store in your wallet or in your safe. Transactions are made with no middleman, meaning there is no third party involved like bank. Bitcoin can be used to book the hotel on Expedia, to buy furniture and many services. It is like an online version of the cash which can be used for buying the products and the services. The demand for the Bitcoin is increasing in a year or two for two following reasons. The freelancers in India are accepting the payments in Bitcoin. The second reason is that people see this currency or technology as 100 times more revolutionary than any currencies or payment networks that ever existed. Also, Bitcoin transactions are transmitted peer-to-peer without the need for the third party, meaning that the user is in the complete control of their money. That is what drives the demand and the price. Technically, Bitcoin are the bunch of the number from zeros to one which is stored in bunch of computers all around the world. Bitcoin is built on a technology called blockchain, and this is the reason why Bitcoin is so popular. Some people buy Bitcoin just for the investment, hoping that the value will go up someday. But much of the hype is getting rich by trading it. Bitcoin skyrocketed into thousands in 2017 and now it is $38,000. How does Bitcoin work? Bitcoin is basically a computer file which is stored on a wallet app on your computer or a smartphone. Every single transaction is recorded in a public list called the blockchain. This makes it possible to trace the history of the Bitcoin, of the people who do not own the coins, who are undoing the coins, or who are making the copies of it. This is how the Bitcoins is safe and secure for the transaction. International payments are easy and cheap because Bitcoins are not tied to any country or subject to regulation. Bitcoin is a form of money which you can use it on the phone or a computer. It is a digital asset which is faster to send than most of the banks. There is no one in the way to give you the permission to pay or send the Bitcoins. One of the difference between the banks and the Bitcoin transaction is that it does not require third party to perform. When you make a check to deposit onto an account, saving account, the third party is involved and that is the bank. But in the case of the Bitcoin, if you have to send or receive the Bitcoin, there is no third party, so you don't require the permission to do so. What is blockchain? Bitcoins are used for electronic purchases and transfers. You can use Bitcoin to pay friends, merchants, etc. Every single purchase is immediately logged digitally on a transaction log that tracks the time of the purchase and who owns how many Bitcoins. This digital transaction log is called blockchain. The people who are constantly verifying the blockchain, ensuring that all the information is correct and updating it. How are new Bitcoins created and what is Bitcoin mining? Bitcoin mining is the process of verifying the Bitcoin transaction and creating new Bitcoins. Bitcoin mining is the process of verifying Bitcoin transactions and creating a new Bitcoin. People who mine or create Bitcoin are known as Bitcoin miners. One way to think of miners is those who confirm the transaction. Their job is to ensure that the transaction is secure and processed properly. In return for their services, miners are paid fees by the vendor merchants of each transaction and are also given physically minted Bitcoins. So, is Bitcoin a bubble? Most of the features of the bubble are slow and a stale beginning and then equally a sudden drop. But the last part is a little different. It did not drop to zero. Furthermore, it seems to have stabilized. When such financial bubble bursts, it usually drops to zero and there is no chance for the recovery. But in the case of the Bitcoin, that's not the case. Bitcoin is different from all of them. This cryptocurrency is, however, decentralized and has its drawback for sure. Government can ban the Bitcoin but cannot kill it. For the Bitcoin to die, it has to be more of the natural causes. As of for now, Bitcoin is a king. Well, the question is, why the Bitcoin is still alive? Why the bubble did not burst yet? The answer is pretty simple. There is a golden rule in the cryptocurrency world which says that the crypto will stay alive and thriving as long as it has an actual and applicable usage. Why is the value and the demand for Bitcoin is growing? The Bitcoin was designed for mimic precious metals and its supply is kept limited by design. Only 21 million Bitcoins will be available. The demand is increasing every year on year due to two reasons. People are willing to exchange it for the goods, services, and even cash. The second reason is that people see this currency or technology as 100 times more revolutionary than any currency or payment networks that ever existed. As a matter of the fact, the value of one Bitcoin has increased from $500 to $38,000. Some people are frustrated with current banks and financial institutions. They would rather pay via Bitcoins. Bitcoin may also be used to stay anonymous when paying for services and products. So guys, that's it for today's video. To support me, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell icon, like this video and share it with your friends. You can also follow me on my Instagram handle, that is shruti.flyingmonk. Until next time, from Flying Monk, see you guys.